It's a pleasure to be back again this afternoon for our final session in our business school. I could teach in this session a lot of technical things about business, but I have discovered that success in business cannot be taught in a business class. Success in business cannot be taught in a college. Successful business people are usually people who dropped out of school, because what makes business successful cannot be taught. When I was in university doing my master's degree in a business leadership administration course, one of the professors was teaching a class on economics. And when I walked into the class for the first time, the professor came in and he had on some slippers, a short pair of blue jean pants that was cut by hand. He had on a t-shirt, and he drove an old Volkswagen. And he said to me and to the class, he said, "Today we are going to learn how to become a millionaire." I looked at him in his slippers, his pants. The car he was driving was old. And I asked him, "Are you a millionaire?" He said, "No." So I dropped the class. I never went back. Here was a man who was going to teach me how to be a successful businessman, to become a millionaire, and it wasn't working for him. Most of the successful people in the world did not learn business in a classroom. The success of this ministry was not taught in a classroom. I doubt that anything about this ministry was learned in a class. You have heard many times Bishop Oyedepo have said that he began this ministry with questions, struggle, wanting to know answers. So he began to read books. He began to study books and began to think about information. It was a personal thing. Whether it is Bill Gates or Oprah Winfrey or Michael Jordan, of all the people that you may identify with as being successful people, you may be surprised that nothing that they do was ever learned in a seminar. I just completed writing a brand new book that will be out in stores around the world in about 4 weeks, January. The book is called The Spirit of Leadership. And the book deals with the missing link between a follower and a leader. It took me 30 years of research and study to discover what that missing link was. And I discovered that the missing link that separates a follower from a leader, or a successful business person from a failing business, is what I call attitude. Attitude is a result of a belief system that comes from convictions about yourself and about your abilities. And leadership is born when a person discovers the truth about themselves and they believe that truth and commit themselves to becoming that truth. Therefore, learning the principles of management, learning the techniques of writing a business plan, learning organizational skills will not make you successful in leadership, nor in business. Because business is a result of the discovery of a passion that was deposited in you from your birth, or should I say before your birth, and you were born to manifest it. Business is not about selling things. Business is about selling yourself to the world. True businessmen and women in history, those who have become successful, who we admire, they became successful not because of techniques, not because of courses in college, but they became successful because they discovered an idea that became a passion, that created a commitment, that produced a vision. And they pursued that vision at all cost. Please write this down, please. You will never succeed until you have experienced bankruptcy. Bankruptcy is not a negative in the plan of God. God will always give you an idea or a dream or a vision or a passion for you to fulfill. But then he would ask for it back, like he did Abraham. Abraham's passion was to have children all his life. And finally, at age 75, God told him, you will have a child. Your passion has been answered. At age 100, he did have that child from his wife. Abraham was so excited about his vision coming to pass. And then suddenly God did something. He asked him for it. He asked him to sacrifice that son, to get rid of that boy. Basically, he led Abraham into bankruptcy. Out of bankruptcy always comes prosperity. Some of you have tried to do business before and it didn't work. Some of you are trying businesses now and it's not doing too well. And some of you are about to attempt to go into some kind of business. Whatever stage you are at, remember that your business will be tested for authenticity. In other words, if your idea is from God, he will allow it to be tested to the point of losing it and then resurrecting it. Every successful business in the world has a history of going through some stress or some test. That's normal.